AITA for not agreeing to walk my dad's fiancée down the aisle? My dad is getting married in September and a few months ago his fiancée asked me if I would walk her down the aisle. She's not close to her own family and she has no kids of her own. Dad has me, 17M, and my two sisters, 20F and 15F. Our mom died 8 years ago. So it was just us and Dad before his fiancée came into his life and then ours. I don't really like his fiancée. I accept that my dad does. But she comes across as kinda pushy to me and a little too possessive. She had a moment when my older sister moved all her stuff out of our house a few months ago so she could take it to her own place. The moment was over. My sister asked Dad for photos of his and Mom's wedding if he had any spares and she was upset that they were still in the house. And the fact my sister wanted to take some. My younger sister and I got upset when all photos of our mom were taken down in the living room and dining room. Dad's fiancée was upset about our reaction and said we should want this to be comfortable for her. She doesn't like us calling her by her first name and tried to influence us to call her mommy. We both knew that was another word for mom and said no. She said it's not mom though and could be special for us to call her that. My older sister had a small surgery and she asked Dad if he would be able to come and stay with her and drive her back to her place. Dad said he could try and he said to let her know if he couldn't. His fiancée told him she'd do it if he couldn't and my younger sister heard them talk about it so she warned my older sister. So my older sister called back and said that if he couldn't she'd ask our grandma. Grandma ended up going with her and Dad's fiancée got upset that she didn't want her there. Mother's Day was also awkward last year because she expected us to celebrate her. This year was doubly so because the expectation was still there. I have talked to my dad about it and I have told her as well. But nothing really changed and she got upset, again. So I said no to walking her down the aisle and I have continued saying no and she continues asking. It's sort of the final few months and she told me how much she wants me to do it because it shows me embracing her into the family and makes her feel supported by not just Dad but the other male in the family. I told her I didn't want to do it. It's become a source of tension. My sisters are on my side and Dad has tried to compromise with her by them walking together but it hasn't changed things. AITA?